Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Goffstown High School for tonight's matchup between the visiting Cardinals of Bishop Guertin High School and your hometown Goffstown Grizzlies. My name is Caleb Brown, and I'm once again your play-by-play man for tonight, and I am joined alongside me once again by my color man, Scott Gross.
Caleb, what a matchup tonight. I mean, it's an undefeated Bishop Guertin team. Goffstown can compete, though. There's no doubt about it. And when you look at the last matchup for Guertin, they had to go into overtime to beat Portsmouth. We went to Portsmouth and beat them by 1. So if we can play tough with Portsmouth, we have a shot here. But Goffstown's going to have to play pretty much a near-perfect game.
Yep, really can't be any mistakes in pretty much to come into late down in the game. So pretty much limit the mistakes, good shot selection, and hopefully we get lucky.
The big thing for Goffstown is how they're going to match up against the height for Guertin, because you've got a player who's 6 feet, 5'11". They've got a lot of tall players for Guertin, and they've got the speed, and that's the other key.
For a team that's really tall, they are extremely fast, which makes sense why they're so undefeated. So Bishop Guertin wins the tip and will immediately set up their offense.
It's like Goffstown's going to a zone.
So it's like trying to slow things down. Cross-court pass for BG.
Yeah, it's going to force BG to put up threes unless they're somehow be able to get in the paint.
Inside is number 1.
And Byron quickly picks up a foul.
So going to the line is number 1, Hannah Muchmore. She's a junior.
And that's how you break down a zone, is you got to pass that ball into the paint.
Her shot is good.
Nice. She got nice form on her free throw.
Oh, they're calling the foul on Perez.
Oh, it was Perez. Okay.
Huh.
I thought that was against
I thought it was Byron too.
Yeah.
I didn't see Perez in there, but it's them both.
You know who works the refs all the time is Brennan.
She does.
She's always talking to the refs.
Oh, she always is. Like
yeah.
I noticed that too. Like when they're at the free throw line,
all the time.
She's like having a conversation with them. Brennan, for speaking of the devil, in and out. Byron keeps it alive. Excellent job, Brennan.
And a nice pass, but
Brennan couldn't hit that one.
Yeah, but a good rebound by Sam Byron.
So fast break in the corner. Off the mark. Byron fights for it. She's going to get the ball.
All right, I like that.
So that's going to be jump ball, be Goffstown ball.
So Byron so far getting those rebounds, and that's what you need. You're going to have to get rebounds from her.
Oh,
and
Walsh with a turnover.
Uncharacteristic turnover. That's going to be an easy 2 for BG. And this is one thing you don't want to happen. You don't want BG to get to a quick lead. And
another turnover.
Sloppy turnover.
So
nice crossover. And
Walsh.
She gets fouled, but nice job picking up the Bishop Guertin player off the deck. And we're going to see number 11. That would be Ava Owens. She'll go to the line to shoot.
So Walsh picks up her first as well.
So they've pressed on both occasions, BG and Goffstown.
Looks like it's a trap press.
Trap, yep.
Steve is number 11, number 13?
At the line, number 11.
Number 11.
And, one thing is, I mentioned this before, Goffstown has to come out. They can't trail down 8 or 10 points against his teams. You can't make it up.
And another turnover.
Horrible
right there.
pass, yeah. And we're seeing why BG is so good. So this will be BG's ball. Goffstown trails 5-0, and so far it's been turnovers.
Yeah. Wide open 3 in the corner.
In and out, and then. Oh,
that's
man.
Foul and one.
That was just, not the best play by Gifford, because unfortunately she watched that one.
Yeah.
She didn't go after that rebound. And I'm calling a timeout if I'm Coach Largy right after this possession.
I agree.
Because this is not the way you can start off, and just sloppy ball handling so far.
He hits it. So quick 8-0 run for BG.
And see, you got to either dribble or you're going to have to break the press by passing over it.
So
look how fast this BG team is.
They got 3-on-2 fast break, but they quickly came back. So here's Perez. He's going to try down the lane. She gets fouled.
Now, I think he blew the whistle before there was even any contact, to be quite honest.
Yeah, there was contact, but I think he blew it before.
He did. He blew the whistle before there was any contact.
Maybe
but,
saw it coming.
Even my guy Al said that. And I think I have a BG fan in front of me who thought the same thing.
So Sophia Perez at the line hits the first. So Perez breaks the ice for Goffstown, puts it on the board, so it's 8-1 right now.
No, the key is can Goffstown break that press? And so far, they barely broke it that time, and that's in and out. A lot of speed by Guertin.
Inside is number 12.
Byron, nice job.
Good job by Byron to
She
deflect
blocked
it.
that one.
Brennan marked up on number 12.
See, Brennan, who has had her way against most guards in Division I, not tonight. I can tell you that for sure.
There's Wall, fumbles it, gets out to Perez. Perez, catch and shoot. Off the mark, long rebound
look at the
to BG.
speed. Yeah, look at the speed bringing it down. Number 12. That's Erin Carney. Just real good speed.
Misses that shot. Walsh to the board. Brennan in the corner, no good. She follows the shot, though.
She gets great rebounds. That I'm telling you. So impressed with her. Always follows her shot. She's scrappy, you know. She gets the ball.
Yeah, never quits.
Just not good matchups, though.
And
Again,
another
that was
turnover.
another very poor pass.
That's going to be an easy 2 points right there.
Yeah. Brennan has made, that's her third poor pass in the first.
And quick timeout by Coach Largy.
She's what's the word, telegraphing her pass. So what you're seeing here is a BG team that is fast, very quick to the ball. And if Goffstown doesn't do a better job in terms of protecting the ball, they're in trouble tonight. I mean, they're already down by 9, but
BG's already flexing their muscles a bit.
yes. And you can see that, like, to give you a good example, I think it was number 12, Erin Carney. Erin Carney is super fast. I mean, you've seen her go up and down the court, and defensively, she's going to give Liv Brennan some fits.
Yeah, she is.
Now, with that, also that means I think Caleb is in terms of substitutions because they're going to tire him out.
They are. And another turnover.
There you
right
go
there.
again. So that's I think that's her fourth turnover
already,
and we're not even 5 minutes in. She's got to do a better job protecting the ball. So Goffstown goes back to that 2-3. And Gifford gets a hand on that one, and so did Perez. There's no screens that are being set, so it's just all one-on-one basketball. And look at the speed, the footwork. Another bad
turnover.
pass. I mean, this is just their.
This is a clinic right now.
Yeah.
And a bad foul on Gifford.
That's her second foul. So what they're doing is they're really going into the passing lanes of Goffstown.
Just reading every pass.
Exactly. So what you need to do there is you do a fake, let that person commit, and then do a backdoor cut. They're being very aggressive on the passing lanes, and that's the way to slow it down is a fake pass, backdoor cuts.
So substitution number 15 for BG, Addison Smith, she checks in.
And strong number 5, she's in too.
So quick
Byron.
12-point lead for.
Yeah, this is exactly the opposite of what Goffstown needed.
And another turnover right there.
I just don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just great defense by BG here. I understand why Goffstown wants to play this zone defense.
Good pass inside.
This is a clinic right now.
That goes by number 13, Leah Foreman.
Again, you got to fake the pass sometimes. Show it and go the other way. There you
Brennan
go.
trying
There
to
you
drive
go.
down the lane. It's going to get blocked. So
good job by number 13,
Foreman.
Foreman. Yeah, really nice defensive play.
She was able to stick her arm out and rejected that shot. On to Perez, right back out to Brennan.
See, but the Goffstown's not really doing much in terms of setting any screens. And that's going to be a foul. And that could be Gifford again.
I'm going to call Brennan on that one.
Brennan, number 4 with the push. And that's her second. So
that's her first.
Oh, first. I apologize. So Tapuzoglu comes in for Brennan. And honestly, not Brennan's best first quarter. You know,
no
doubt. I mean, Just a lot of turnovers, and you're going to have to protect. So look at that height. You know, it's all you need to do is just got to keep number 15 at the top of the key. That's it. If you're Goffstown. Gifford got away with one there.
Yeah.
14-point lead for Guertin with 3.5 to go in the first.
And if you talk about things getting out of hand, it already is.
It's
already getting out of hand very quickly.
And it's not like, Goffstown's pretty much one shot and done. What a nice crossover.
Number 5, she drives and she gets fouled by Tapusaglu.
And that is going to be a non-shooting foul.
So already 6 fouls on Goffstown.
Yeah, and it's really, if you look at it, it's all the team speed. I mean, Guertin, every single player is fast. And not only do they have the height, but I think I'm way more impressed with their speed, especially on defense. It's awesome.
Also saying defense wins championships, and Bishop Guertin in great position to win a championship.
I'm not knocking their offense. Their offense is damn good too. But
fouls off to Mark. Shots off to Mark. Taken down by Perez.
That's it.
And that's gonna
be a foul.
Reach
right.
in.
But see what she did? She did the fake pass, and then Walsh cut.
Yeah. So that's what you want to do.
You do. You're going to have to show the pass and try to fake the pass, or else you're going to be doomed here. They're getting into every passing lane.
Suzu hands it off to Walsh. Walsh, she's going to pull up for 3, and it's going to be an air ball.
Yes. And Brennan's back in for
Perez.
And you're going to have to do this because you're going to need Perez on the court. Perez, Walsh, and Brennan on the court to deal with the speed. But they can't play the whole quarter.
They will get tired.
They're going to get exhausted.
Especially against a fast team like this.
Right. Good footwork by Tapusaglu. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was beautiful.
Good shot by number 15? Yes, Addison Smith.
Now someone's got to cut. Tapusaglu's got to cut. Got to go to the hole. But she's just standing out there in the 3-point lane. That's just not going to do anything.
And
another turnover by Brennan. But on that one, I feel bad for Brennan because nobody was helping her.
She had no help on that one. So
nice.
Oh, what a move by number 11. Ava Owens.
18-point lead. This is you're watching a clinic here tonight, folks.
So
this is a tough matchup for Goffstown. Speed-wise, yes, but also their offensive sets rely heavily on an outside 3-point shot. Spreading. What they do is they spread the court to allow Walsh and Brennan to kind of drive to the hoop. With this team, they're so fast that they can almost play way off Tapusaglu, who's in the corner, or let's say Gifford, who's in the corner, so that they don't. The spread doesn't work as much, Caleb.
Yeah. Because
they can play 4 or 5 feet off the player, and still, when the ball gets passed to them, they're there.
Yeah.
So I think if you're Goffstown, you have to play a completely different offense right now. You're going to have to set a lot more screens, and you're going to have to continually cut to the hole, and that's not what they are used to doing.
So, Scott, the most points I've seen in a quarter in a high school game is 29. So, BTU 2 minutes left has 19. So, So there is a chance, considering how great this team has been playing. Brennan finally gets a shot in. Olivia Brennan, he gets the first field goal of the night for Goffstown. It's now 19-4.
You have to get a stop.
And not allow any offensive rebounds like that.
Yeah. And you can't also have 2 people collapse on a player because that means one person's open. You see, we're not as
Buzlo hits the deck.
I think he called, blew the whistle for the player, I think it's.
Good look inside, off the mark. Number 11 fights for the board. 3 on the way by number 12. Aaron Carney has an 18-point lead now.
You got to give her right to 14, and then she got to pass it quick. There you go.
Walsh in the corner for 3.
Nope.
That's going to be short.
Yeah, but she didn't have it. She didn't set her feet, and now we're going to get a layup. It's so fast. It's beautiful to watch, actually.
Yeah, beautiful basketball right here.
Yeah.
So 20-point lead.
She's traveled almost.
Yeah, she gets reached.
Yeah,
reach on that.
she almost traveled before that. I have to say, this is very, very good basketball team.
Very good. I mean, they're showing exactly why they're the number 1 team in the top division in the state.
Listen, we've done some boys basketball games. I mean, this is a really, really good team.
Yeah. Like, I think this is the best.
But see, here's the thing. Here's some. Byron sets a screen. She's got to roll now. She took too long to roll to the hoop.
Strong.
No good. That's
sure. Byron fights for it. Call a foul on Brendan.
Yep, and that's her 3rd. So she's got to come out of the game because you can't, with 7 seconds, you can't. You got to be careful. She'll pick up. That's her 2nd. I apologize.
It's a 2nd. Yeah.
All right.
Checking for Walsh.
Yeah, she's got to get a breather. So you're right. I mean, if this team keeps going, they'll score 100 points. I mean,
that pace they're running.
Yeah.
Brennan to beat the buzzer. Oh!
Yeah! All right.
Livy Brennan at the buzzer.
And you know what? I want you to, can you zoom in on the coach for a second of BG, Butch? The coach for BG was not happy. So this guy is up, okay?
Yeah.
He's up 25-4, and he was upset that his player did not get out there. And you know what? He's right.
He's right.
But that just shows if you want a championship caliber team, your coach is so demanding, which is good.
It's a very good thing.
That he's like critical of that because you've got to get out there on that. You can't give up a last-second shot like that.
No, I agree.
And not contest it.
It's even no matter how big of a lead is, if you give up a last-second shot, that gives momentum right to the other team. So,
but I tell you, I mean, obviously, 25-7, but I'm so impressed with the team speed.
Yeah, BG, right? It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, and it shows because they're able to play such strong defense.
Yeah,
and it's not like Goffstown is a slouch team.
No, they're not.
And they're just really having their way.
It shows how good this team can be.
Yeah. So it looks like Walsh will remain on the bench, and that means that puts pressure on really Brennan and Perez, who are your primary ball handlers here. They're going to go back to a zone, a 2-3 zone, with Byron in the middle. But, again, you got to be careful because number 15, she takes up space in the paint, and there she goes again. So you can't let her get that position. Lucky there was no foul there, but
13.
Yeah, they just got their act together here. So Pusaglu's got to want the ball.
Pusaglu out to Brennan.
See, no one's setting any screens, so it's just all about, can you beat somebody off the dribble? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing.
Out to Strong. Here's Byron over to Brennan. It's going to be out of bounds. Let's say Goffstown ball.
Yeah, good eye by Brennan knowing that BG tipped it. But I want to see Goffstown go more to the hole. They got to cut. They have to have players cutting to the hole. See, this is where nothing is good by Tapuzoglu just standing in the corner. Does nothing. It doesn't exhaust any defensive player. You're just doing – I just don't understand it.
That's sort of playing into their game what they want.
Yeah.
Perez catch and shoot short. Rebounded. And look at the speed right here.
Yep.
Another fast break. She misses it. Collected, though. And BG's going to pull it right out. Here's Foreman in the corner. Turnover by Tapuzoglu. Get it out.
That's a rush shot.
Strong. But Perez collects it. Strong's going to try to drive down the court.
But you got two players all next to each other.
Strong fighting.
All right, I like that, though. I like that by Strong.
Couldn't get the roll. Unlucky.
But I like the effort. Three-pointer. And it's
Along
good.
the way by number 24.
So a 23-point lead by BG here. And that's going to be Goffstown's ball, tipped by number 1, Hannah. I hope I pronounced her name. Much more. Thank you. 8 players have scored for BG.
Impressive.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get our revenge on the football side of it next season. Not tonight.
It's a long ways away, Scott. Corner in the way for Sophia Perez, and she hits it.
20 point. That's down to 20.
30-10.
But you got to figure out a way to stop these guys, and it's just that you got that height in the low post. Number 15 that's Addison Smith does a nice job.
3 on the way, off the mark. Fighting for it, though.
Nice pass. You could argue that might have been close to 3 seconds, but they don't really call that in high school.
And that's another turnover right there.
Yeah, because you're telegraphing every pass. And against good teams, you can't do that. So, and I shouldn't say good team. This is a great team. Oh,
that's out of bounds.
That's a rare mistake. That's the first
I think it's the first turnover.
Unforced error that I have seen in this whole half.
And you see that BG coach upset about that.
Yep. He coaches to perfection, and
almost
another turnover.
Gifford's going to try a 3 off the mark. So Byron fights for the ball.
But then she throws it away. So it's.
I'm just noticing it now, Scott.
What?
Like BG only has like 11 or 12 players on their roster. They're not like a huge team, like we saw with Exeter. So it's kind of more impressive that how good this roster can be with not the biggest we've seen.
Yeah, but every single player just is really fast.
Bank on the way by number 33, Charlotte Sullivan, the sophomore. That's her first bucket of the night, I believe, and it's a 25-point lead, 35-10 for BG.
See, Brennan has, she got no help, So, she's dribbling, but she's not getting any screens.
Almost another turnover. Brennan, that's an air ball, but Tapuzoglu gets it ice inside the wall.
Nice job by Tapuzoglu.
Quick timeout taken by BG.
Yeah, that was good ball movement. That was kind of the first time we've seen that all game. But we're looking at just such balanced scoring on BG. It seems like we got almost 8 players with points here. 9 players
with
have
points.
Yeah. And that was Kelly Walsh's first bucket of the game with. That says something. So they're looking to shut her down.
Yeah, they've shut her down. They've made Brennan struggle a bit.
Yeah, but if you're Brennan, in her defense, she's getting no help, no screens, no one's moving, so you almost have to try to dribble penetrate on everything, and this team is too fast to do that.
It is.
Listen, it's not like it's a team just from Nashville. You know what I'm saying? They're from everywhere. Everywhere's great. Just saying.
Leah Foreman in the corner. Nice inside
Beautiful
pass.
pass.
That's gonna be
but a
stripped.
nice job by Tapuzoglu. Great defense to get her hands in there.
Looks like that was a clean strip.
And I'll tell you, her defensive game has gotten really much improved. Really good this year. I've seen it.
I have to agree
her
with you.
footwork, she gets her hands in there.
Floater off the mark.
And who gets the rebound?
Tapuzoglu.
Tapuzoglu.
Out to Walsh.
But see, no one's setting a screen for her.
Perez, floater,
Woo, that was
good.
beautiful. That was one of the nicest offensive plays so far for Goffstown all night. 21-point lead now. If you're Perez, you got someone's. I don't like. You know, I know why we're playing this zone, but you gotta. If you give the ball to the middle, you're almost asking for trouble. Nice job.
Oh, Gifford
by
comes in
Gifford.
there.
Gifford had a hand in there, forced a turnover. Set a high screen for somebody, please.
Walsh trying to force away and can't quite get it.
Yeah, and that's something that a shot she usually makes. But look at the speed. Look at this, coast to coast.
That's going to be a foul on
And
Tapuzoglu.
that's a push by Tapuzoglu, and that will send BG to the line, shooting 2. Or they're going to give a 1-and-1. I apologize.
Yeah, it's a 1-and-1.
Yep.
So called a reach or push.
A push before the shot.
So at the line is, believe, is number 33, Charlotte Sullivan. First one goes in.
They've shot well from the free throw line as
They
well.
have. Our good friend Al's,
He's keeping all the stats here.
he will come in on the second
Yeah.
half.
Only missed a couple.
As we've been saying all year, we really don't have a stat keeper.
But we do tonight.
We do tonight. And it's certainly a good night, given
And
the.
he has like a master's degree in statistics from UMass Amherst.
Rebound off the miss by BG.
I think, Al, you were a teacher, right?
Yes, I was.
And what subject? He was there you go. Math teacher. Nice job by Strong.
He's over to Brennan. Strong got to catch and shoot.
Yeah, but that one, I didn't like that because nobody was even remotely underneath. And
Dropped away, no good. Brennan high for the board, gives out to Walsh.
see, no one's cutting. No one's cutting. Nobody is cutting. And then no one sets a screen up top, so it's just a matter of then you got to try to dribble.
Brennan trying to drive
Yeah,
win.
this is too much. You know, I mean, it's too hard.
Walsh for 3 off the mark.
You follow what I'm saying, Caleb? It's just you're asking too much to try to, you know, to dribble and
Oh, and Gifford was in and knocks down a.
well, in fairness to her, she went after the ball. I mean,
He went for the
it was
ball,
just, hopefully the BG players okay.
Number 5, Aria
Yeah.
O'Connell.
Yeah.
She took a hard hit.
Yeah.
She got right back up.
That is Gifford's third. I got to take her out because you don't want her getting a cheapie with a minute 15 to go.
Yeah, and here's Byron. Looks like
Yeah.
she'll check in for
She'll
her.
check in. Yep. So Byron will come in for Gifford.
So in all fairness, Scott, I think Goffstown done a better job this quarter, holding
Yes, I would agree.
BG to only 11 points,
Sam Byron with a nice takeaway there.
and they're forcing a couple turnovers too.
Yeah.
So Goffstown playing a bit better.
Another turnover.
Off the mark, but
That's Goffstown. Oh, I thought it was White. I thought that was a white ball, but I'll have to check the instant replay. I'll have to go to the studio. We don't have instant replay tonight, folks. We're just kidding.
We had a couple games ago.
We did.
So. It always seems like when we need it, we
don't have it.
We don't have it. When
right.
we don't need it, we have it.
Second half, we'll have the drone in here, looking at an overhead view.
That will be nice.
55 seconds left in the half, and Goffstown trails by 22.
So 3 in the corner, off the mark. Walsh with the board.
45 seconds left.
Bishop Guertin holding a 22-point lead.
Byron sets that screen, and that's going to be short.
Byron tips it, but
yeah, but
goes out.
You got to grab that.
3 on 1.
What a nice pass.
Oh,
wow,
reverse layup.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Addison Smith.
Addison Smith, love that. We've got now 20 seconds. To Pusigal, you can't pick up your dribble. Again,
So
nothing.
10 seconds left.
Nobody's moving. Here comes your screen. But now roll.
Right at the buzzer. No good.
And that'll do it, folks. Goffstown trails 38-14 as we go to the second half.
We will see you then. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of the second half. So we are joined here by our good friend Al. So, Al, what stats you got for us so far?
Well, I'll tell you one thing I've noticed. There are a lot of good basketball players who are not great athletes, and a lot of great athletes who are not great basketball players. Bishop Guertin has girls who are great athletes and great basketball players, and we're seeing that in evidence in the 38-14 lead going into the second half. They have 9 players that have scored already, as opposed to 3 for us. So they're certainly spreading it around a lot.
It's very impressive. So here's Brennan bringing it up. So it's like BG's still in a zone. So forcing a turnover. And there's your fast break on the other end. Number 11, Ava Owens. She scores. That's 40-14 now for BG. So BG all night been forcing those turnovers, which have been leading the buckets.
I'll tell you, they are so quick to the ball, anticipating passes in the lane, across the lane. And again, there's another turnover by Goffstown.
So right now on the lane, it's going to be a foul. No basket called before the shot. Call it on the floor.
I think they got Emma Strong for that foul.
I think so, too.
That's her first.
Yeah, it is her first. So good move inside by number 23, Brianna Wilcox.
Actually, she's the high scorer in the game right now with 7 points.
For only the high scorer to have 7, it shows how impressive of a team game it is. And another turnover right there. So Brennan steals it right back. Then unfortunately Walsh wasn't ready for that and throws it away.
One thing you notice about BG, they love to run, and because a lot of their running game is predicated on their great defense that they play, and they also have some people underneath that are some really good rebounders. So they'll run every chance they get.
It's like number 12, and McCamry will get over to Foreman and out to much more. They're running a play in the corner, off the mark. BG keeps it alive, though. Brennan sneaks in and forces a turnover. Goffstown still looking for their first points this half. And it's a turnover right there. The leading in is number 23, Wilcox. And quick timeout by Largy, as Goffstown hasn't really been able to get a shot off at all so far.
Tell you, the anticipation from the BG girls is really terrific. I've come to a lot of games where we've been trailing at halftime, and unfortunately we've been able to pull it out. But I'm not sure I can provide any magic for tonight. Steve Loggy, this is one of the toughest, certainly the toughest tests he'll have all season. And at this point, I think key thing for him is to try to do some things that they will be able to use in the playoffs, and obviously this, they're not going to win this game against Bishop Guertin.
No,
And,
unlikely or not.
I mean, Guertin, this is the big game for them. This is complete an undefeated regular season for them. And I noticed when I looked at their stat sheet that one of their wins came against high school from Syracuse, New York, which is the Class A New York State champions, just to show how good Bishop Guertin is, playing out-of-state competition and beating them by double digits.
That's really impressive.
And the scary thing, too, looking at their roster, there's only one senior on their team. They have only one senior, and she's one of the two that hasn't scored. So as good as they are right now,
they're going to be better next year.
They're going to be better. And that's not a good sign for a lot of Division I
No,
coaches.
it is not. It's a very scary sign right there. Here's Perez looking. He's going to try to drive. She draws a foul.
I think they got number 1. That's hit him much more. That's her first personal foul. They put 31 on the board, but there is no 31 out there for Bishop Guertin.
Maybe they met 13. Shot on the way, no good. They must have met number 13.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Shot by number 12. Erin Carney, she drains it. And leads Balloon to 33 now.
That's her. She has 9 points, so she and Wilcox are the 2 high scorers in the game.
Here's Brennan trying to drive in the lane. That's going to be a turnover.
Bishop Guertin bringing a couple of subs. They've got a lot of people they can rotate in and really not lose a lot of their quality.
So, Al, are you going to be able to do the boys' game tomorrow night?
I hope so. It is the beginning of school vacation. We don't have any big plans yet, but hopefully I'll be here.
Yeah, I certainly will be available tomorrow night. So, I thought it was their senior night, but I was mistaken. It's their game next weekend.
Londonderry is the final home game. I think that's next Tuesday night.
Yeah. Walsh inside, lays it in. Kelly Walsh, her second field goal of the night. And Goffstown's first bucket of the second half.
Got only 4 points for Kelly, so you know that BG certainly was aware of her scoring prowess, so they've done a good job shutting her down.
Wide open shot on the way, no good, rebounded by Strong. Brennan with a mismatch, trying to drive in. She gets shut off out to Walsh. And a call a reach and foul.
I think they got number 11, Ava Owens, on that foul.
That's
her
her
third
third
foul. She and Shannon Gifford are the only 2 players in the game with 3 fouls.
Perez trying to drive in, and that's a turnover. And that's an easy bucket right there.
That's Carney again. She's the first player now in double figures with 11.
And it's going to be stripped out of bounds to say Goffstown ball.
And here's number 4 in for BG, Gabrielle Souza, the only senior on their roster.
Which is very impressive.
Okay,
Brennan, that's a deep 3, and she hits it.
that's the 3rd three-pointer for Olivia tonight.
Although she's taking a lot of shots, she's hitting a few of them from outside. I'll say Bishop Guertin ball. So BG holding a 30-point lead.
One thing that BG's done a nice job is they've had some really nice interior passing.
Wide open three in the corner, hair ball, but BG's picking it up. And that's where their height advantage is coming in. They're starting to, they've been putting a clinic on. That's going to be a travel on Byron. Let's say be BG ball. Looks like Kendra Cooley will check in for Tupuzaglu. This is Cooley's first shift tonight.
Well, I think in a game like this, you're going to probably have a chance to play a lot of people, certainly on both sides. But again, one thing I think Coach would like to do is try to run some things that they can use certainly tomorrow night against Dover and then in the first round of the playoffs.
Three on the way, no good. It's going to say be Goffstown ball. So.
Again, one thing BG has done there too, they've gone inside, drawn some of the defenders, then kicked the ball right back out for some open shots, and that's one thing I think that Goffstown could do, but we've not been able to penetrate really at all against BG's speed and their height.
Brandon kind of drive inside. That's going to be a pull-up shot off the mark. She's fighting for it, but BG comes out with it, but Byron comes away with it. Right in for three. And that's it. Olivia Brennan, that's her fourth three tonight.
And she's the high scorer in the game with 12 points.
So it's kind of ironic. She's on the losing side, but she's got the most points. That's going to be a foul on Byron. So that's just a sloppy effort right there. I think nobody tried to rebound anybody.
That's Sam's first personal foul. Although they're listing her for 3 fouls on this. Oh, no, now they corrected it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving side, number 15.
It's Addison Smith. That was a really nice inside move.
That was a good move. Walsh with the fake. She can't hit it. That's a good look in the corner for three. Smith hits that one and stretches the lead to 34.
Yeah, when you get your 6-footers hitting 3-point shots, that's pretty impressive.
Out to Walsh. Walsh out to Byron.
We got to get some movement here. A lot of people standing around.
Walsh, that's a wild shot. Ain't gonna hit it. Smith again. That's too strong that time. Gifford is strong with the board.
Under a minute to play in the quarter.
Coach Largy calling off for a play. Right and falls down. That's going to be an air ball.
We got a couple more subs coming in for both teams. 34-point lead right now for BG with just under 24 seconds to go.
That's going to be, it's going to call an offensive foul. Brennan hit the deck.
Trying to think who they got that. Number 33, they got that foul number 33. That's Charlotte Sullivan, her first personal foul.
Yeah, it's going to be out of bounds. 2.6 left. BG. One chance for one last shot this quarter. And the end of the third quarter, it's the blowout tonight. BG up 56, Goffstown 22. So BG, that's a score you normally see at the end of the game. We still have one more quarter to go,
That's
Al.
right. Yeah, they outscored Goffstown 18-8 in that quarter. And again, Goffstown has only had 3 people score. Kelly Walsh has 4 points. Sophia Perez has 6, and Livy Brandon has 12, and that's it. As opposed to Bishop Guertin, who has 9 scores going into this fourth quarter. They still have Sousa, number 4, and Bowen, number 34. The only 2 on their roster who have not scored yet. So look for them to get the ball.
Yep. So you get the whole crew scoring for BG tonight. That's pretty good.
Okay, we've seen quite a few of obviously the Division I teams here. No question who we think's going to be by far the favorite. Now I have not seen Pinkerton. I know BG beat Pinkerton in the regular season matchup by I think a double-digit margin.
Yeah.
But boy, the way they're playing now, it's going to take really a great effort from anybody to beat them.
Yeah, And that's the thing, Al. Like, this is the first time we've seen BG, so we don't even know if this is like an off game for them or is this just their normally how they play.
Exactly.
But if this is an off game, I'd hate to see how they are when when they're playing really good. So
right.
I just certainly hope for the rest of the league this is the best they can play. So 3 on the way. It's going to be off the mark. Brennan with the board. She's going to step into a 3. That's going to be short. Strong gets the long board. Cooley gets called for a travel.
One thing I noticed, I'm watching the BG coach on occasion. He's up there coaching exactly the same now as he was at the very beginning of the game, and that's one thing you'll see about good coaches. They just don't settle. They always want their team to get better.
Yep, they never want to be completely satisfied. They always want to improve. Good look inside, off the mark. Brennan gets the long board. Walsh, trap. Cooley gets out to Strong. Brennan, that's a good look. And she hits it. That's her 5th 3 of the game.
15 points now for Livy. She's the leading scorer in tonight's game.
And Walsh, turnover.
Did they call that a jump ball, the Goffstown possession?
They call a foul.
A foul on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that foul's on. They don't have the number up on the board yet, but.
It's number 21. I don't see a 21 on the roster.
There is no 21 in their roster.
Must be a JV
there
player.
is, but we don't have her on ours.
So Gifford's going to get fouled. So she must be a JV swing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So. Gifford at the line. First bucket shot of the night. She hits it.
That's her first point of the game.
Second one's Second one's hard off the rim. Shot. That's going to be rejected by Gifford. Some contact right there. I didn't call it. Out the wall. Wall's down the lane. That's going to be no good. That's going to be BG ball.
BG tipped the ball to Kelly, but she was standing out of bounds.
Oh, unlucky right there. On the way, and number 21 is off the mark. Long pass out the wall. She's running go for the touchdown pass. She's going to get fouled. Really, that's first time going to the foul line tonight.
And that foul is on number 33, Charlotte Sullivan. That's her second personal foul. And actually, BG now on her next foul will give us the bonus. Well, Kelly is having a tough night. She only has, at this point, 4 points. This might be the lowest scoring game I've seen her have in quite some time.
I have to agree with you right there. It's
That's point number 5 for Kelly.
She shoot the first one?
She missed the first one.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it. Shot on the way by senior number 4, Gabrielle Sousa. She gets on the board, so is that 10 points? 10?
That's 10 players now that have scored.
This is that's just incredible right there. Like, Pluzagu in the corner. She hits it. And quick timeout by Coach Largy. So, Pluzagu with her first bucket of the night.
And we have 7 3-pointers we've made because Livy Brandon has 5 of them. Tapuzaglu has 1 and Sophia Perez has the other. But 10 scores now for Bishop Guertin and only 1 in double figures, and that's Erin Carney with 11 points.
That's insane. Like near 60 points and only one person double digits. That
means that's the kind of team that you really can't key on one person.
It's like
when you've got a lot of people that can score the ball. So I think that's a good thing for them coming into the tournament. When I think a lot of people, when they'll go to defense Goffstown, certainly going to look at Kelly as the number 1 person to stop. And again, I think one of the keys I think for us is Sam Byron, who's really our height underneath the basket. And against some of these other teams, it's going to have to play, I think, a much bigger role in some of these games because we've got some size that we want to take advantage of it.
touchdown pass on the way, a little too much.
Tom Brady wouldn't even have been proud of that one.
Hard to believe he's come back for yet another season.
Well, he's only 41, so
full court pass. Full court pass, like went out of bounds. Yeah.
Yeah, just for the people who may not know, if you throw a pass that goes out of bounds, the ball comes back where it was taken in. That's why it was taken back under our basket.
Yeah. So, wow, this is sort of what we were all afraid of coming into D1 was that, like, we were going to play a ridiculously, like, good team, and it was going to be, like, an ugly, ugly match from the start. And I think we've finally encountered one of those matches tonight.
Well, one thing, we're not the only ones that have been pounded by Bishop Guertin. So
no, I mean, Bishop Guertin's been pounding people to the dirt, like, all season. Yes. So we're just their latest victim.
They have a lot of ball movement, a lot of player movement on this offense.
It's like I'm just getting a headache just watching them like move the ball around. So,
when I watched the Houston Rockets the other night, and James Harden dribbles the ball up top, everybody else is standing there watching him
do his magic,
do the stuff. And I'm saying, like, this is the kind of basketball that I like to see when all of your players are involved. And there's a foul on Sam Byron, a very solid foul.
Yeah, the NBA isn't the best when it comes to watching, like, ball movement or something
Absolutely.
like that. It's always just, like, one guy just running down the court, shooting.
A lot of one-on-one basketball. And, I've grown up as a Boston Celtics fan with Red Auerbach, and his big thing was get the rebound and run it up the court, and everybody gets involved.
I heard Bill Russell say on TV, he was talking about some of the young Celtics players, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. He was saying if Red Auerbach was still alive, he would have loved to watch them play.
Yes, he would. He likes the guys that can really, really move and obviously and play good defense. And we've got a foul on
Red Auerbach, was he the owner the whole time, the Celtics?
Red Auerbach?
Yeah.
Well, Walter Brown was the owner way back.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Auerbach was the president and then obviously the head coach, from way back before they had their big run starting in the 56-57 season.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bill Russell became the player coach when Auerbach stepped down. But he was always involved. And anyone who knows anything about basketball knows that he's really the guru of all-time basketball. Him, and then in college basketball, John Wooden way back, and now Mike Krzyzewski.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've always been interested in seeing how, I would have always liked to see a game between the college basketball national champions take on the worst team in the NBA with the worst record.
That was actually a proposal quite a while ago. And I'll tell you, a lot of people were voting for the college team just simply because their team play was better.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that would be fun.
I think it would be fun. College teams play a lot of fast defense. The NBA really doesn't play too much defense at all.
I mean, if Duke and North Carolina will play the New York Knicks, I'm not betting on the Knicks.
No, I'm not betting on the Knicks either. Perez drives down, can't hit it, and a fast break touchdown pass. That's going to be a foul.
Well, you get a lot of fouls at this point of a game where there's a lot of frustration. You're getting beat by 32 points. You're not going to come back and win it, and things just aren't going your way. But you got to try to control the emotions. Two free throws by Brenna Paquette.
Oh, what a move by Walsh. He gets in, she gets fouled.
Still didn't see who that foul was on.
Still waiting on it. It's number 33.
33. That was on Sullivan. That's her third personal foul.
That's her first, actually.
Well, I've got her for 3. They only have her for 1.
Huh.
And Walsh hits the free throw. Oh, that was a great look.
(67-34). It's a good move inside the Byron. Byron puts it in.
That was the 11th player to score for BG.
Is that how many of them are on the roster? Let me count.
I think unless they haven't dressed number 30. It's 34 I've not seen. She's not. Okay, unless they have a different number. But I have 11 scorers for them right now.
So it looks like everybody scored. Bishop Guertin fans nodding at us. So it looks like everybody on BG scored. So that's very impressive, Al. I mean,
Yeah,
I think that's the
really
first
is.
time I've ever seen that. All players on a roster scoring.
Damn, my hand is just sore now just from keeping track of all their baskets and free throws.
Perez in the corner.
That was Paquette.
So we have backcourt violation. That'll be BG ball.
Okay, the last period here has turned into a little bit of a track meet, and as a former track coach myself, that's the kind of basketball I like to see.
Brennan goes to the steal. She gets it. Wow, shot. He's going to get fouled.
Yeah, they got number 5, I think, Ariel O'Connell on that foul.
Brennan misses the first shot.
Livia is the high scorer for Goffstown. She has 15 points. And make it 16.
So you look at it, Al. Goffstown put up 40 points, so which isn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, again, I looked at some of the stats. They can score a lot of points. And one of the things that we obviously had to do was limit the turnovers to as few as possible, and probably shoot 75% from the floor, which we didn't do either one. So
yeah.
It was going to take a monumental effort just to keep this game really close.
Perez, another three. It's going to be off the mark. Wall's going to drive inside. She hits it.
Well, even though Kelly has struggled, she's now getting to double figures for 10 points.
Will BG go for one last shot, or do you hold it out? We shall see. They're going for one last shot. It's going to be a tough shot off the mark. Perez with it. Wall trying to back away in. Out to Perez. Perez is going to try another three. That's going to be a long, say, Goffstown ball. 14.5 left, so at this point, might as well start packing things up. So I think Bishop Guertin is going to win this game.
And they'll finish the season at 18-0.
Run the table, going undefeated.
They will drop to 10-7 with the loss.
Yeah, one more game. And Bishop Guertin's going to win this game. A final score of 69-42. They go undefeated. Goffstown falls to 10-7. And that's it for tonight, folks. Hopefully we shall be back here for the boys game tomorrow night. So hope you all have a good night, and we'll see you soon.